And a pleasant good morning to you and yours, and welcome back to the Brevard Sports Network for 8U action between the Port Orange Hawks and the Suntree Viera Hawks. Caleb Brown here. That I will be here all day long, 6U all the way until the completion of 14U. And so as of right now, we only have a Suntree Viera roster. If someone from Port Orange brings us a 8U roster, we will gladly announce their names. But folks, here we go. And there's the first carry. Port Orange, I thought deferred. But it turns out they start out on offense and get a nice couple of yards, about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4, and Port Orange quarterback takes a snap. He's going to follow his blockers, cuts up inside, and is brought down there by number 11, Jackson Genazzo. And Genazzo on the tackle. However, there's a flag. It is holding on the offense. Second down and about. All right. 2nd and 12 now for Port Orange here on the opening possession. Quarterback calls the snap and fumbles the snap. Quarterback will jump back on it. That is number 0, Carter Duval, who will get credited with the sack. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 16. And there's the snap. Quarterback looking to make something happen. Cuts back inside. And what a tackle coming in. Number 11, Jackson Genazzo. And Genazzo with an excellent tackle after Port Orange gained about 2-3 yards on the play. And it's 4th down now for Port Orange. Quarterback again will be wrapped up in the backfield. Was number 6, Garrett Zielinski. Turnover on downs. 1st down for Suntree Viera as they'll take over in fantastic field position. And we'll see who comes out at quarterback, because we've also seen multiple quarterbacks for this 8U squad for Suntree Viera. So who's going to be that guy? Quarterback sends a man in motion. Going to hand off to the back. The back trying to get to the outside. Port Orange doing a good job flooding. Cuts back, reverses field. Cuts up, and he will lose yardage on that one. That is number 10, Hudson Argo. And Argo Great job by the Port Orange defense stringing that play out, cutting off the edge, forcing Argo to turn back inside, and just great pursuit there by the defense. Argo will officially, he ran about 15 yards, picked up about 2. And Jennings-Jones in at the quarterback position. Jones to the outside. Jones following his blockers. Runs all the way to the sideline, down the sideline, cuts back inside, trying to juke and jive the defense. Flag is on the play, and it looks to be in the realm of holding, so that one's going to come back. And Jennings-Jones, you know, that's a coachable moment. The coach is going to tell him, look, I need you to turn upfield sooner. You don't have to go all the way to the sideline and then try to get upfield. But again, coachable moment, 8U. Holding on the Hawks. That'll back them up 10 yards. And that's a big drive killer, especially when you're inside the total spine and orthopedics red zone. Total spine and orthopedics. You don't have to live with pain. Give them a call at 321-499-4646 or find them online at totalspineortho.com. I was like, wait a minute. So there we go. At the 29-yard line. Wow, nope. It's not 29, that's a 34. Sends a man in motion. Jones hands it off to number 13. Number 13 on the end around. Misdirection! Down the sideline. Touchdown! Suntree Viera. Number 13, Christopher Nelson on the end around. No flags. Christopher Nelson with a 34-yard touchdown. And Suntree Viera somehow finds a way to find these kickers. This is number 11, Jackson Genazzo. Genazzo steps, and that's going to hurt someone in the tush later. Suntree Viera though gets on the board on their first possession with 5:46 left to go here in quarter number 1. Suntree Viera 6, Port Orange 0. Again, that touchdown brought to you by Total Spine and Orthopedics. You don't have to live with pain. If you suffer from neck, back, arm, leg, hip, knee, or joint pain, Total Spine and Orthopedics Board of Certified Doctors and minimally invasive treatments are here to help get you back to doing the things you enjoy most in life without the painful distractions. Call today to book your free MRI review at 321-499-4646 or visit them online at www.totalspineortho.com.
That includes fence. No leaning on the fence. You have to step off the fence. You cannot be on the fence. Step away from the sidewalk to be courteous of those behind you. First and 10 Port Orange.
And here we go. Port Orange. That's a fumble. And a bad snap. Tackle for a loss. Porter Knowles will get credited with the loss. And that's going to bring up second and about 16 or 17. There's a snap. Trying to find some yardage up the middle, but that is not going to happen. As that Hawks defense swarms, leading the charge was number 44, Charles Dyson. And Dyson, the first one to get in there and make contact with that surge. And it's third and a trip back to Port Orange. And trying to get to the outside, cuts back inside, and he just had nowhere to go. And that'll bring up 4th down for Port Orange. Hold on, I have someone from Port Orange. They're bringing me a roster. I'll be able to announce their names now. Thank you so much. All right, and they only give me first names. Cool. That's a fumble on the play. Turnover on downs, and that'll give Suntree Viera pretty great field position. All right, so now I've received a roster from Port Orange, and the roster only has first names, and it's written down. So typically we don't do that. However, it's the only names we're given, so we will announce first names of Port Orange players. So first and 10 for Port Orange in the total spine and orthopedics red zone. 6-0 your score on the Stacy Ann Keller scoreboard. Jones is going to hand it off, trying to get to the outside. And he will get into the end zone easily, touchdown, but there is a flag on the play, and this one's going to come back. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be holding on. And referees are going to go have a conversation with the coach. That's actually a block in the back. So now it'll be 1st and 17 from the 28-yard line. Jones, hands off there to number 9. Around the corner. He's got some room to run. Makes a man miss. And finally shoved out of bounds and taken down. Number 9, Brandon Warner. And it's now 1st and goal inside the total spine and orthopedic red zone. Sends the man in motion. And it's going to be number 11 into the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Jackson Ginazzo into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 12-0 Suntree Viera with 2:11 left to go here in quarter number 1. And now they're going to set to kick for 2. In all levels of Pop Warner, it's run a play for 1, kick for 2. Ginazzo set to attempt this 2-point kick. His first one, he didn't get the height he wanted on it. The hold is good. Ginazzo up, no good. But Ginazzo gives Suntree Viera a 12-0 lead. And this is just complimentary football. Defense gives the offense the ball in great field position, and the offense just capitalizes. That's all there really is to be said. $2:11 left to go here in the first quarter. Port Orange will take over 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Again, as far as a roster for Port Orange, I only have first names, so and here we go. Here comes Port Orange now. Number 12 is going to be the center, Workman. In the backfield there is number 54, Anthony. And there's a snap. Ball on the ground. Jumping on it is number 10, Brody. And Brody will keep possession for the Port Orange Hawks. 2nd and 12 for Port Orange. 1:40 left to go here in quarter number 1. Brody having trouble with the snap. And it's going to bring up now 3rd and 15 for Port Orange. In there on there to make the play was number 6, Garrett Zielinski, to get credited with the tackle. Brody catches the snap, tries to get outside, following his blocker. Runs outside, he's trying to turn the corner. Finally brought down by number 10, Hudson Argo. And a very minimal gain. It's going to bring up 4th down for Port Orange. And he will be brought down in the backfield. Great play there by number 24, Noah Martinez. And that's a turnover on downs. And that'll give the Hawks 1st and 10 at about the 25-yard line. Score is 12. It's on Facebook, Brevard Sports Network. And that will be the final play of the first quarter, as we're going to switch sides. And folks, again, I'd like to thank Total Spine and Orthopedics. You don't have to live with pain. If you suffer from neck, arm, back, leg, hip, knee, or joint pain, Total Spine and Orthopedics Board of Certified Doctors, minimally invasive treatments are here to help you get you back to doing the things you enjoy in most in life without the painful distractions. Call today to book your free MRI review at 321-499-4646 or visit them online at www.totalspineortho.com. Your score here on the Stacy Ann Zeller scoreboard, 12-0 Suntree Viera on top, as a little all-star blast here at Viera Regional Park. First and 10 for Suntree Viera on the 25-yard line. Fresh 10 on the clock. Jennings Jones hands off to number 44. Number 44 runs into number 4. And I don't have a number 4 on my roster. Number 44 for Suntree Viera is Charles Dyson. And Dyson picks up a nice gain of about 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 for the Hawks. They're now inside the Total Spine and Orthopedic red zone. Jones Jennings in the gun. Running back sidecar right. Sends a man in motion. And he's going to turn it on the handoff. Ball's on the ground. And Suntree Viera is very lucky to fall back on that one. Number 2, Xavier, looked like he was ready to jump on that one. And the PA guy begins his battles with people leaning on the fence and standing on the sidewalk. If you've ever been to Suntree Viera Youth Football Field here at VRP, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is an ongoing battle all day. But that was a big loss. 3rd and long. Jones Jennings to the outside, round the left side, down the sideline. He's going to have himself a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. Close to the 10-yard line. And it's going to be at about the 11-yard lines. So still inside the Total Spine and Orthopedic red zone. And they can get a first down before they score. First and 10 from the 11. Jennings sends a man in motion. And the timing of that play was just completely thrown off by the awkward snap. Port Orange looked to come up with that, but they're going to call him down by contact. Charles Dyson was the Hawk taken down on the play. An official's timeout on the field. We hope everyone is enjoying this game. Troy Barbado, Grammy's watching from PA. Go Hawks. Again, folks, let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on.
Second down, about 15 for Suntree Viera.
And it's going to be second and extremely long after that. And that's going to be a flag false start on the offense. That's going to back them up another 5 yards.
On the Suntree Viera Hawks, going to back them up 5 more.
And these are simple mistakes that yes, it's week 2 and it's 8U, but as a coach, still going to drive you a bit maddening because they're self-inflicted. You know, penalties of aggression, pass interference, and even holding to some extent you can handle. But a false start drives coaches absolutely crazy. And what a play! Shot out of a cannon was number 72, Cameron.
Number 72,
Cameron was shot out of a cannon. There was nothing that was going to stop him from making the sack. It's third and a trip around Disney World for Suntree Viera. Specifically, I think we're going all around the world to Epcot to get this first down. .5:53 left to go here in the second quarter. Third and officially looks to be 25. Sends a man in motion. And there's a handoff, misdirection, but Port Orange was ready for it. Great job there by number 10 to seal the edge. That was Brody. Brody got to the outside and sealed the edge, forced the back to turn back inside where he had help. That's exactly how you coach that. Stay home, seal the outside, and force the runner to turn back in where you know you have pursuit help coming in. Excellent discipline there by Brody. So it's still 4th and long. Jennings sends a man in motion. Jennings has got a wall of blockers. Can he get to the outside? He turns the corner. Down the sideline. Jones Jennings into the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Jennings Jones. And that one from about 28 yards out on 4th and long. And now I think they're just going to go for the 1 point after. It's 18-0 pending this extra point. Jennings with Hudson Argo in the backfield with him. Sidecar left. And there's the misdirection to number 13. He will get into the end zone. Christopher Nelson for the point after, and it's 19-0 with 4:32 left to go here in quarter number 2. And again, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Total Spine and Orthopedics. You don't have to live with pain. If you suffer from neck, back, arm, leg, hip, knee, or joint pain, Total Spine and Orthopedics board of certified doctors and minimally invasive treatments are here to help you get back to doing the things you enjoy most in life without the painful distractions. Call today to book your free MRI review at 321-499-4646 or visit them online at www.totalspineortho.com. The score on the Stacy Ann Zeller scoreboard, 19-0 Suntree Viera, as here comes Port Orange. Can Port Orange muster something? And there's a fumble, and I think Suntree Viera might have jumped on it. Suntree Viera on the recovery. That was number 39, Gabriel Artura, who came up with that fumble. And Suntree Viera will have an opportunity to score once again before halftime with 4:03 left to go before the first half ends. Checking into the game is number 3, Thiago Cleary. Number 6, Garrett Zielinski. And number 11, Jackson Genazzo. Beautiful cloudy morning here in Florida. Jennings sends a man in motion. And he gives off to John Stewart. Stewart cuts inside. Still being pursued. And the first one to make contact with him is number 3, Xavier. Stopping for a gain of 2. As John Stewart was the ball carrier, Xavier makes the play. And it'll still be about 2nd and 8. 2:54 and counting left to go in the first half. Can Suntree Viera put up another score? Or can the Port Orange defense cause a turnover of their own? And that's going to be a false start. Back them up 5 yards. Number 15, Carter Ehrenstoft, was set to take that one on the misdirection. Suntree Viera looking to run a counter toss. And here it is, number 15, Ehrenstoft. And he will be brought down by number 1, Mr. Carson, on the tackle. And it's 3rd and 12 now for Suntree Viera. Now, the last time it was 3rd or 4th and long, it was Jones Jennings that took it in. He's not in the play currently. And another false start for Suntree Viera. Oh, wow. So the defense actually jumped first. Okay. So that'll be 5 yards back to it's now 3rd and about 6. Much more manageable 3rd down with 1:25 left to go in the first half. Ginazzo in the gun. Ginazzo hands off. And the back trying to find, again, great defense there by Port Orange. That was number 9 taking the handoff, Brandon Warner. And what Port Orange did there, again, is exactly how it's coached. String it out, seal the edge, force Warner to cut back up inside. Because when he cuts up inside, you have those linebackers that are in pursuit, linebackers and safeties, to make the play. Great job by this Port Orange defense. Very disciplined, staying home. They're not coming upfield and giving up that ground. And Ginazzo going to take it himself. Ginazzo cuts upfield, cuts back outside. Ginazzo, 1 man to beat, and he's gone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Jackson Ginazzo with the touchdown, and it's 25-0 with 9 seconds left to go here in the first half. All right, so folks, here at halftime, the cheerleaders are going to perform as long as they don't have music. I will leave the audio on so you can try and hear the cheers, and we will show the cheerleaders here at halftime. And they're going to line up to kick for 2. Ginazzo kicks it, and it's no good. 25-0 on the Stacy Ann Keller scoreboard. That touchdown brought to you by Total Spine and Orthopedics. Information is at the bottom of your screen. Thank you to our sponsors for stepping up and making sure Brevard Sports Network could be out here for every Suntree Viera home game. And Port Orange calls a timeout. So you wonder, do they have some sort of trickery up their sleeve that they're going to try and execute? 9 seconds left to go here in the half. Port Orange, you would think, calling a timeout here. Excuse me, Mr. Spammer. You can get off my feed. Thank you very much. We don't allow scamming here on the Brevard Sports Network. Bam. Get off my feed. So what should be the last play of the half, barring a defensive penalty. And false start on the offense. So back them up 5. It's 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line. Ball's on the ground, and Suntree Viera falls on it. And that will be the final play of quarter number 2. Folks, we go to halftime with your score. Suntree Viera 25, Port Orange 0. Again, the cheerleaders are going to perform, so we will show you the cheerleaders' routines right here at halftime. All right, folks, so you won't be able to hear the Hawks because they're taking them all the way out to center of the field. And they're not going to, and they're facing them away from our microphones. And now the Suntree Viera Hawk cheerleaders will perform for Port Orange. And there's the cheerleading squads. Folks, we'll be back in about 6 minutes with second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, folks, we are back here for second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. And the Suntree Viera Hawks will get the ball to start the second half. Now, well, I'll explain after. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Jones Jennings is the quarterback. Check, that's Genazzo, Jackson Genazzo, and Genazzo now getting his player into position at the wingback. Sends him in motion. And I don't know who moved first, the offense or the defense. The ref will tell us. False start on the offense. First and 15 now from the 30-yard line for the Hawks. So we're going to try this again. Lindsey Leroy Jr. in motion. And another false start. So now it's going to be first and 20 from the 25-yard line. And Jackson Genazzo brings his team to the line. Leroy Jr. set in motion. And he's going to give it off to Stewart. John Stewart trying to get to the outside. Cuts inside, makes a man miss, makes another man miss. And he gets close to the original line, or check that, a couple yards past the original line of scrimmage. Picks up 14 on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 6. So great run there by John Stewart. John Stewart gets those penalty yards back and then some, and now they're right back on schedule. Second and 6 from the 40. Sends a man in motion. They're going to hand it off, and that ball's on the ground, and Genazzo. Look, when you have motion like that, the snap, a good snap is key for the timing, because if that snap lofts back like that, it throws off the timing of the entire play. And again, it's 8U. You know, they'll learn that as they get older and develop and train. If there's one thing that can be said about Suntree Viera, they truly develop their players. And they truly learn their positions, and they truly develop a good football IQ. Leroy Jr. set in motion. Genazzo sits behind his blockers, and some great patient running as he will be close to a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. He's going to be short, possibly a yard or two short. And once again, great pursuit by that Port Orange defense. Fourth and about a yard. So what do you do here? Honestly, I think if I'm Suntree Viera, I try to go up the middle, because trying to get outside, you haven't had much success. Port Orange has done a good job stringing out those outside runs and keeping everything contained. I say you try to just get it up the middle here. Ginazzo going to follow Stewart's block. And great job knocking out the ball and the fumble recovery by number 8, Richard. And Richard creates the turnover, punches the ball out, and falls on it. And he will. What a stop there by Richard. And, I mean, look, it was a great punch by Richard. Did exactly, trailed, came underneath, uppercutted the ball out of his hand, and then just fell on it. Didn't try to pick it up and run, didn't just fall on it. Get possession for your offense. So a promising drive come to a close. And a fumble, and Suntree Viera will take the ball right back on a fumble. As unfortunately for Port Orange, they have had trouble with their snaps all day. That was 44, Charles Dyson on the recovery. And now we'll see the Hawks offense. (25-0) here on the Stacy Ann Zeller scoreboard. Game also brought to you by Total Spine and Orthopedics. You don't have to live with pain. For a free MRI reading, give them a call at 321-499-4646 or find out more information at TotalSpineOrtho.com. We have Jennings Jones. Timeout called by Suntree Viera, and coach doesn't look too pleased. .450 left to go here in quarter number 3. And now checking the game is number 0, Carter Duvall. And so now they're calling it an official water break. As there seems to be a lot of confusion over there with Suntree Viera. While they're taking a water break, I'm going to take myself a 15-second water break myself. Nothing like a great bottle of refreshing water. Maybe mix in with some Powerade here and there. Jennings Jones with Hudson Argo in the backfield. Sends Duvall in motion. They give it to Argo. Argo tries to get to the outside, cuts back up inside, bounces back outside, and once again loses the football. It's a fight for it. And, well, folks, I know what next week's practice is going to consist of. If I know these coaching staffs like I think I do, next week's practices will be hyper-focused on ball security, keeping that ball high and tight, you know, hitting cuts and running around cones, players and coaches trying to punch that ball out, because this is very uncharacteristic for Suntree Viera. And they lose a lot of yardage. It's now 2nd and about 17. Ball on the 39-yard line. Sends the man in motion. Hands it right up the gut, bounces outside. Hudson Argo trying to turn the corner. He does, and he's got a first down and more. Hudson Argo sheds a tackle, sheds another tackle, and finally brought down inside the total spine and orthopedic red zone. Hudson Argo. And that will definitely be enough for a Suntree Viera Hawks first down. With 3:20 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. Here we go. First and goal from about the 17. Jones sends the man in motion. Fakes to Argo. Jones is going to take it himself. Cuts back inside. He's got a lane. And finally brought down by number 18. That's Preston. Preston with the tackle. And he saved a touchdown there. And now it's first and goal at the 4-yard line. Timeout, Suntree Viera. But what a play by Hudson Argo. The previous play, he had fumbled it. He had the ball knocked out. Proceeds to show up next play, has a short memory, and put them 1st and 10 inside the red zone, and then a great run here by Jones, and Jennings Jones gets him inside the 5-yard line. On a beautiful cloudy morning with a nice little breeze, I will take that all day long. Considering I'll be here all day long till the end of 14U, yeah, I will gladly take this nice breeze and these wonderful clouds. As long as the rain stays away, I'm fine. So if that can happen today, that would be fantastic. Long night of high school football last night. Then we come back into youth today. Jackson Robb, one of our BSN crew members, was at the UCF game Thursday night and now off at UNC in South Carolina over at College Game Day. So here we go. Check that. It's second and 4 from the 9. Jones sends the man in motion. And it's a false start penalty. Oh, it's not a false start. It's an offsides. It's going to be 2nd and inches. So they can pick up the first down before they get in the end zone. Nope. They changed it. It's 1st and goal from the 3. in there at number 20. Bradley Corrales, the deep back. Jones in at quarterback. Something tells me this is going to be a run, should be a run straight up the middle. 2:12 left to go here in the third quarter. And a false start by Suntree Viera. That's going to back him up 5 yards.
They're going to have a false start on the Hawks. That's going to back them up 5
And look, folks, especially the 8U division, when your offense is based around a lot of motion, pre-snap motion, it's going to happen. Sometimes at the corner of your eye, you see someone move, you're like, oh, I got to go. And that's what causes these false start penalties. 140 and counting. First and goal from the 8-yard line. There's the handoff. And he will be brought down in the backfield by number 72, Cameron. And Cameron once again making another big play today. And Bradley Corrales was the one who got hit by the Mack truck known as Cameron. And Jones getting everyone in their correct spot in the formation. Currently talking number 7, Ali Herrera. Jones is going to take it himself. And Jones looking to turn the corner. He does. And he spins backwards, losing yardage. And Jones loses about a yard after. He picked up a couple of yards, but then spun around and continued getting pushed backwards. Then, of course, the rest of the Port Orange Hawks defense arrived. And that will be the final play of the third quarter with your score on the Stacy Ann Zeller scoreboard. 25-0. I also like to thank Total Spine and Orthopedic. You don't have to live with pain. If you suffer from neck, back, arm, leg, hip, knee, or joint pain, Total Spine and Orthopedic Board of Certified Doctors and minimally invasive treatments are here to help you get back to doing the things you enjoy the most in life without the painful distractions. To book your free MRI review, give them a call at 321-499-4646 or visit them online at www.totalspineortho.com. As we flip the field, I'm going to go ahead and fix the scoreboard. We'll be right back, folks. Nova. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I think I accidentally hit the mute button. I apologize. And Port Orange again having issues with the snap. And okay, so what you all missed, what I said was, this Port Orange coaching staff is an excellent coaching staff. From the coaching staff I've seen coach today, they've been performing excellent. Defense has been on fire all day long, sealing the edge and forcing backs to turn up inside where they have help. Offensively, if they can just get some snaps, some solid snaps, I'm feeling this Port Orange offense could be pretty lethal. Here we go. Third and 15 for Port Orange. And run to the outside. He's back in the end zone. Now he comes out. And that's going to be a safety. 2 points for Suntree Viera and the ball. I mean, and that's the only thing I see about, really wrong. And I don't mean to sound like, it's – I'm not trying to hate on Port Orange at all. I've been very complimentary of this Port Orange defense. They've been disciplined. They, on these outside runs, a lot of times you get at the 8U – defensively, Port Orange has been very sound. They've been disciplined. They don't come up field on those long runs. They stay home. Those defensive ends and cornerbacks use the sideline as another defender, sealing that edge, to which then, guys like, Gabriel Artura, guys like Hudson Argo, who normally torch people, they normally torch defenses, have been kept to a, they've done damage, but they haven't done the damage that we have seen in the past because they're being forced to turn inside, and the rest of that defense comes in to help. Well, I appreciate being able to be the lifeline. And here we are. So because of the safety, they start on the 35-yard line, and there's number 15. Out around the right side, and he'll be finally pushed out of bounds. Carter Ehrenstoft pushed out at the 30-yard line, but that'll be enough for a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. And sends a man in motion, gives it off to number 9. Around the outside, and he'll pick up a couple of yards. Brandon Warner. And again, to that credit about this Port Orange defense, Brandon Warner last 2 weeks had over 100 yards rushing. Brendan Warner today, I think I've called his name all of 4 times for maybe a combined 20, 25 yards. And that's just a credit to what this Port Orange defense has been able to do today. But here comes Suntree Viera. Sends a man in motion, and that's going to be a false start, or offsides. Offsides on the defense. That's a free 5 yards, and that'll be a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. Man in motion. Ginazzo hands off to number 18. Number 18 trying to get to the outside. Breaks the tackle. He picks up a first down. Wrong yardstick, Caleb. He'll get about 4 or 5 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. I saw the stick marker, and I thought that was the 10-yard marker. My bad. 4:18 left to go here in the game. On your Stacy Ann Zeller scoreboard, 25-0 Suntree Viera. We're nearing under 4 minutes. Coming up next, the 10U game. 10U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Here we go. Ginazzo hands off to number 3. Number 3 escapes the initial run blitz. He's going to break it open into the end zone. Touchdown! Suntree Viera. Thiago Cleary. Thiago Cleary into the end zone. And now, no matter what, the clock will run unless a timeout is called or the R word appears. I say that the I word. So 33-0 pending the extra point here. Ginazzo's going to give it to Thiago, and Thiago will be hit. But he gets credit for the touchdown. And what you saw there was so awesome. The whole team, practically, everyone on the offense comes jumping around him, celebrating with him. That's going to make that one special for that young man. Thiago Cleary makes it 33-0. Again, coming up next, we're going to end this broadcast, and we'll come right back for 10U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. We're going to be with you all the way till the conclusion of 14U. Good buddy Chase Alexander will be joining me later on. And Gabriel Artura. And timeout called by Port Orange. So that'll stop the clock with 45 seconds left. Again, we'd like to thank both of our sponsors, Total Spine and Orthopedics, and Stacy Ann Zeller. Of course, you've been looking at the Stacy Ann Zeller scoreboard. And this broadcast has been Total Spine and Orthopedics. Bottom banner at the bottom of your screen. You don't have to live with pain. If you suffer from neck, back, arm, leg, hip, knee, or joint pain, Total Spine and Orthopedics and their board-certified doctors and minimally invasive treatments are here to help get you back to doing the things that you enjoy most in life without the painful distractions. Call today to book your free MRI review at 321-499-4646 or visit them online at www.totalspineortho.com. And here we go. What I believe might be Port Orange's last play or second to last play. Ball on the ground again. And coaches are saying, run it, run it, run it. Get on the ball, get on the ball. "25 seconds. They have time for one final play, barring a defensive penalty. Throws and incomplete, but that's nope. Nope, they said run it. So this one's just about over, folks. Officially waiting for the final 6 seconds to tick off the clock. Suntree Viera picks up the 33-0 win, and that's going to be a turnover jumped on by John Stewart. And Stewart ends the game with the fumble recovery, and here we go. Folks, this was a great game. Look, if you're Port Orange, you have the ability. If you're Port Orange, you have your defense did excellent today. I mean, they did everything they could. They were on the field majority of the time. Again, if I had to give a play, if I could and was allowed to give a player of the game, it would be to Port Orange's number 72, Mr. Cameron. So for Port Orange, Suntree Viera, this has been the 8U game. We will get set for 10U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network.